So first name, and I'm using contain operators, but if it were is, yeah. So if you've got we've got a couple of people that have 40,000 plus contacts in here. Can you imagine their quick search is just not so quick? The quick search just becomes no longer usable for them. If I type Nick up here, I come up with 6 people. They're going to come up with 600. So if they want to get very specific, who do I want to find? I want to find Nick Carter. That's who I want. Nick, first name is Nick, last name is Carter. That's who it found. There's only one person that fits that. Does that answer that question? Cool. All right. Saving queries and is it getting cold in here? Yeah. Does anybody want some sipping whiskey? That'll warm you up, right? Save queries, guys. It saves you a lot of time. If you find yourself asking the database the same question over and over and over again, for example, if you have a monthly newsletter, so you want to find everyone who is opted in, which is kind of a moot point because our campaign manager will make sure that if they're not opted in, they won't get the email anyways. But just as an example, people that are subscribed to that newsletter or a part of that target demographic. So primary product is AddressTwo, right? So people that are interested in that. If you've done that over and over and over again, save it. We can just type in a name here and hit Save Query As, and it's going to save that query, so it'll show up here. I want to find AddressTwo, not customers. So that's asking the database. Primary product is AddressTwo, and status is not customer, has those 2 criteria saved. I hit search. There we go. Okay? So you can save those for quick reference later. It's a real good one for, Lynn, I know you said you had more than one person in your organization. Most commonly saved ones would be Lynn's contact list and Joe's contact list. And that would look like this. It's simply account manager is Lynn and account manager is Joe. It's just faster to pull that up as a saved query. Okay? And then finally, we've got the use this list drop down. I answer this question probably twice a month. So, okay, Nick, I built my query. I need to get that spreadsheet out. I need to send it to my printer for a direct mail, or I want to send them postcards, or I want to do that. Use this list. Our options are, if you've got the campaign manager, send email, and add to campaign. Those are the 2 options there. That's how you would send emails just ad hoc, or you would add them to a scheduled campaign. Mail merge. These are functions that I will go over in the next session. So the next session that's called Gizmos and Gadgets is going to be all these little hidden features. I hear people going, oh, that's where that's at. We're going to cover all of these things. Yeah. Export to CSV. So that's what you would do with the list that's been created. Questions on querying? Yeah, Jack.
Well, question on when you were doing those searches, can you import a list with certain features? So let's say you had to set that up with.
Good question. So I highly, highly recommend that you declare values before you import. If you've not done that, if you've already done the import, and most of you have, you've been using AddressTwo for a while, so all your data is in here, and you're like, ooh, I should have tagged everyone with my primary product values before I inserted them, or something like that. Contact me, and there's ways we can do that after the fact, but I really prefer when you go. That's going to be one of the things we talk about in Gizmos and Gadgets, is we're going to cover the import. The simple reason is this. While Excel is not the fastest way to manage your contacts, I cannot deny that it's faster in Excel to copy the word AddressTwo and paste it 768 times than it is to tag 700 and some odd accounts in here with that primary product after the fact. So declare as much information as you can when you import. You can import fields like status, primary product, user defined. You can declare all of those things and import them, so they come in with that.
Somewhere of the Excel sheet, right?
Yep, it's there. Yep. It's got an example there. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. So I've spent this whole
Let's say you had 768 contacts, things that you'd imported, and then you wanted to apply another field or something to all 768 of those.
Yep.
Is that possible?
It's totally possible. No problem. Right now, I only do it through support request. The reason is if I open that up, It's really easy to update 768 customers. It is not easy to unupdate 768 customers. So I just do that through, just contact me and don't feel like you're putting me out at all. That's what I like to do. I like to help out.
We can't do it ourselves by doing a query for
Right. So some people have asked, hey, if I can just come in here and do a query and check off 70 people, or say, hey, this whole query, all 1,600 people, change this to such and such. I agree, that sounds very user friendly, but it's just so irreversible. I'm much more happy to do it through it. I mean, I can do it very quickly on my end. I just ask you to ask me to do it, and I'll do it for you, because it is irreversible. I mean, I've had it out there, and one of the beta versions, we ended up with 700 and some odd people who all were named Joe.
Wow.
Can I change that real quick? Nope. So we had to go back and rebuild it. Yeah. Okay. I spent all this time talking about querying. I've spent all the time saying make your contacts segment themselves. Do it like a junior high, not preschool, where you're not the one saying, okay, you're in this list, and you're in that list, and you're in that list, and you're in that list. Make the contacts segment themselves. Of course, we do have lists. Queries are the more user-friendly. Please use queries wherever you can. But we do need, from time to time, the ability to do lists. If you've been in AddressTwo, this whole top half of the list thing didn't used to be here. This was put in the day after I had a guy call me. He had spent all evening individually adding 800 people to his newsletter subscriber list. I was like, why did you do that? Well, how else am I supposed to do it? So I wrote this nice little, what should I use the list tool for? What should I not use the list tool for? Don't use the list tool for your call list or for your prospect list or anything like that. The list tool is when the contact will not segment itself, is when we use the list tool. A great example is I chair the incubators board for Rainmakers. I'm the chair of that board. So I really am, I'm not going to come in and tag people as being a part of incubators. That just doesn't make as much sense as far as market segmentation. So I can recall this list. This is ad hoc. I'm going to take these 16 people and I'm going to add them to the list individually like you would preschoolers. You're on this list, you're on this list, you're on this list.
So you could take a query and change it into a list?
You could do that, yep. The other example would be my golfing foursome. We've had people, my Sunday school class. People that you want to have to group together in a list, but you're not going to tag them as such.
You put on multiple lists.
Oh yeah, they can be on multiple lists. Yep.
When you say add to list, and there's a drop down for list.
Right here, I can create another list. Okay. I wanted to do this. Hullabaloo registrants. Recall. Now some of these people, let me see. Yeah.
You are somewhat.
Susan, you registered for the Hullabaloo. You're on this list. She's also on my incubators list. Okay. Yeah. So what I would do is I would create a list.
Can I see her thing then? Because I've tried to put people in different lists, and when I go to add them to the list, I think it changes it. You know what? Let me just try it
Yeah.
when we're not in class.
This is on the wish list actually that's written on my wall. Is in the account view right now. It doesn't tell you to which list one person belongs currently, and so that's going to be added. Yep, that's going to be added very soon. Yep. The list makes sense. Why would you use a list? Yeah, go ahead.
But, with the comedy club, we do birthday emails every month.
Uh-huh.
Would the list make sense to build a birthday list off?
Like the month, the day.
Right.
No, there is a query tool that's still on like what I would call, this is my dev list, where we can query based on birthdays. It's not been pushed out yet because I haven't tested it, but yeah.
But we would send a monthly birthday email out.
So we would be able to come in here and we'd say birth month. It'll look like this. It would say birth month is May. Birth month is, because birthday can be tracked now.
Okay.
That's one we've been working on for our insurance agents and realtors. They really like that. Yeah, really like to be able to track birthdays. So we're working on getting that functionality in. So soon that will be a query.